This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
Economy, innovation, culture, exploration. Discover the vibrant pulse of China's economy and dive into the rich tapestry of its culture. Embark on a journey of exploration with Meet China. Here, your journey begins.
Hello everyone, welcome to Meet China. I'm Lulu. Get ready for another fascinating journey across China with me today. We're first born on a train that fills China's rice bowls to see how cities here grow without losing their souls. From local farms to global markets, it's more than just speed. And then Yuezhi Opera's bold act to attract young audiences. Now let's get things started. How do you build modern cities without losing local souls? We might find the answer when we head down to the southwest of the country in Guizhou province, where a region called Qiannan boasts both green tourism towns to even space science hubs. It proves that urbanization can mean better life and stronger tradition.
What can Buyei and Miao run the traditional alphen wearing for a day, or savor the freshly steeped cup of Maojian tea?
Nestled between Guangxi and Guizhou, Duren is more than a gateway. It's a living testament to how nature and culture can drive sustainable growth. Here, ethnic heritage isn't just preserved, it's the engine of progress.
Tea grows best at elevations between 600 and 1800 meters. Duyun sits right at 1200. We've got nature on our side. That's why we can grow one of China's top 10 famous teas, Duyun Maojian.
For my parents, tea was just a way to survive. Now it's different. Last year, our co-op trained us to sell tea online, and last month alone, one live stream moved nearly 1.5 tons.
With 33 ethnic groups calling Duren home, the city has turned intangible heritage into economic opportunity.
To revitalize traditional crafts, Duyun has created an intangible cultural heritage market, bringing together 24 heritage techniques and 16 artisan shops. This vibrant space offers visitors immersive experiences to see, touch, and take home pieces of living heritage.
Step inside and be enveloped in rich ethnic culture. The stores are full of exquisite handicrafts, from the ancient Shui script, a national-level intangible heritage, to Miao embroidery and the indigo blues of Buyei batik. Each piece tells a 1,000-year-old story.
I am the fourth generation to keep this craft alive. As a child, I'd watch my mother's hands create these traditional patterns. Back then, only our local community valued this art. When I inherited the craft, I began blending these ancient techniques with modern designs, contemporary clothing, accessories that today's customers love. Now, through my online store and physical shop, I'm sharing our heritage with the world. As my business grows, I'm providing work for over 600 local embroiderers, proving our traditions can thrive in the modern economy.
With the city thriving core industries powering economic growth, Duren is embracing new urbanization, upgrading education, healthcare, and infrastructure, while actively constructing factories to create more job opportunities for locals.
Duyun's got a strong light textile industry, and now we're bringing in more businesses from the eastern region, where the industry is really concentrated, to set up factories here. The goal is to create more job opportunities for locals. How long have you been working here? Wow, 4 years already. And how much do you make a month now? Up to 8,000 yuan. That's awesome.
With its centuries-old tea industry as a solid foundation and a burgeoning film studio injecting new energy, more and more young people are choosing to return to Duren to start businesses. Some are diving into tourism and film production, others are opening photography studios in historic districts, and many are coming back to promote tea culture. As the city develops at an unprecedented pace, the people of Duren are realizing Right here in their hometown, everyone can find their own stage.
I used to think big cities were the only places with real opportunities, but Duyun's potential has completely changed my perspective. While many historical cities focus on imperial dynasties in their commercial districts, what makes Duyun unique is its living heritage of 33 ethnic minority groups. That's why I returned to launch this innovative business, an ethnic costume experience center that also serves bubble tea made with our premium Duyun Maojian. Seeing my hometown blossom while preserving its cultural roots, that's my definition of true success.
I majored in stage performance and dreamed of becoming an actor. I originally came back to Duyun because of its famous film base. But as I spent more time here, I started to appreciate the rich local culture more and more. Now, I work alongside tea masters, promoting tea culture and preserving its heritage. The sense of fulfillment I feel now is like never before. And the best part is, it's all right here, at home.
In Duyun, ancient tea trays still feed new shoots. Ethnic embroidery stitches modernity into tradition. And returning youth are rewriting what it means to make it without leaving home. This isn't just growth, it's a blueprint for how small cities can thrive by turning heritage into opportunity and roots into wings.
This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
Let's now head down to a logistics center in Chongqing, where local lemons become global stars thanks to its cold chain technology and its land-sea trade corridor. Now, this is a game changer for local farmers and businesses aiming worldwide.
It's 10 in the morning now. Our job today is to ship these lemons to Qiannan.
This sweet lemonade sells an astonishing 1.5 billion cups globally each year. But did you know the lemon slices in it nearly all come from Chongqing? How do Chongqing lemons reach the markets around the world? Launched in 2017, the new international land-sea trade corridor has reduced the transportation time between Chongqing and Southeast Asia countries to just over 10 days. Earlier this morning, a cold train truck bound for Qiannan was already waiting to depart.
We can set the temperature here, usually at 5 degrees Celsius. The entire truck is temperature controlled through cold air circulation, enabling long-distance transportation.
Qiannan is one of the world's top 3 lemon-producing regions, alongside California in the United States and Sicily in Italy. It boasts 320,000 acres of lemon orchards with an annual production of 300,000 tons equivalent to 600 million lemons.
In 2024, Qiannan lemons were exported to over 30 countries and regions, including Thailand and Singapore. The cumulative export volume of fresh lemons exceeded 100,000 tons, making Qiannan the top lemon exporter in China.
From January to March, the 3 main transportation methods along the new Western Land Sea Corridor moved 64,000 standard containers, marking a 28% year-on-year increase. The total cargo value reached 11.587 billion yuan, up 26% compared to the same period last year.
By 2027, Chongqing's corridor network and logistics system will be significantly more developed. Comprehensive logistics costs along the corridor are expected to decrease by 20%, while total logistics operation time will be cut by 30%.
Hey friends from overseas, join me for this lemon tea. Thanks to the new trade corridor, we're closer than ever. Cheers!
This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
For 25 years, a special train in China has carried some 2 million farmers across the northeastern part of the country during springtime so that they can work in the fields to help with rice seedling. But this is more than just a train, because the farmers can learn about farming techniques and even look for jobs and enjoy some cultural shows. Now let's get on board to see how this moving classroom and job market helps modernize China's agriculture.
Noon at Suihua Station, the train K5161 departed from Qixihar slowly entered. Hundreds of farmers from different places in northeast China crowd the square.
58-year-old Zhao Dianchen and his wife Lan Feng will get board on the train later along with other farmers together, heading east all the way toward the larger rice paddies for more jobs.
What's your destination?
Home Station.
Do you take this train every year?
I basically take this train every year.
Much more crowded than we expected.
Most of the 600-plus passengers were bound for Sanjiang Plain, one of the China's vital rice heartlands. Due to latitude variations, the rice fields of northeast China have different spring planting schedules, and farmers capitalize on this agricultural time lag, migrating across regions to transplant seedlings. And this train line is specially set up for this group.
In the farm-stay-themed carriage, a mobile workshop on rice transplanter is unfolding.
There are 6 steps to disassemble this thing. First, you need to move the front frame.
Yes.
Then move the back cover.
Right.
Shuffle the machine arm.
This onboard workshop allows direct knowledge exchange with farmers. They have more experience on the farmlands.
And more than that, the train crew delivers talent shows and additional service information, including job postings.
It's our first time to do the live show on this train. They are very simple and honest. I can understand their hardship. But I believe that our show brings them joy and also with more market chances, allowing more job opportunities. At the same time, we have also recruited new employees this year.
Since 2000, 2 lines of the train for seedling transplanting operated by China Railway Harbin Group have transported over 1.9 million farmers to the Sanjiang Plain, with lower ticket prices and better services fueling this seasonal migration.
Look at the food here. You've brought a lot.
The onions are homegrown.
What has your income been like these years?
The income is quite good. The 2 of us can make about 15,000 yuan from rice transplanting. Some pocket money can give our children a buffer. I take this special train for us every year. It's much better than before. Now there is air conditioning, so it's not so hot in here.
Do many from your hometown come here to do rice transplanting?
A lot. My hometown has little land. Nowadays, every household has a car in. They are all agricultural machinery operators.
Although farmers have a harder time, they are willing to take a chance.
It's my first time to do this. No other work for me at this season, so I want to do this. I can make more money to do seedling transplanting in just a few days. We could get 600 yuan a day. We couldn't make this much in my hometown.
I born in 1990 and 35 years old. I could make more money. I will get 600 yuan a day. I just heard that someone over there could get 650 a day.
And seedling transplanting crews began disembarking before dawn. From night to dawn, outside the window, more vast stretches of paddy fields gradually emerge, which are about to become the battlefield for these farmers. And gone are the days of scrabbling for jobs after arrival. Farmers now secure contracts upfront with employers.
Will they come for picking you up?
Yeah, they just called me and they arrived.
Like the employer of Zhao Dianchen and his wife, local farm owners pick up their workers at the station to unfold the busy spring planting. And here are the China's easternmost plains. Earlier sunrises mean rice transplanting farmers start work sooner.
Look at the time. It's not yet 4 o'clock in the morning, and they've already started work.
And modern rice transplanting relies on machines, with 5-member teams operating transplanters, loading seedling trays, hauling supplies, and replanting gaps. And Zhao Dianchen, with experience of each step for transplanting, will handle more. And the weather turns on a dime. Even with the heavy rains, the farmers don't stop, keeping the ancient rhythm of the rice belt alive.
We need to keep working even in such a heavy rain?
Yeah, to save time in the spring planting season.
And I tried one step, which doesn't look that difficult, but the most exhausting work.
This weighs 40 kilos.
40 kilos, almost the weight of a skinny person. Now let's try it.
It's very easy for us to do this job. You need to practice more.
How many plates of this seedling do you need to carry?
We carry around 1,000 plates each day.
Well, it's difficult for me standing steadily on this, but they have to work on this machine for around 16 hours.
How do you feel about machine transplanting compared with manual ways before?
Much better than manual transplanting.
And Zhao Dianchen told me that now the rice transplanter can handle about 3.6 hectares of fields a day. It is 3 or 4 times faster than the previous pure manual efficiency. Mechanized agriculture has also attracted more young people returning to their hometown. Among thousands of transplanting farmers heading to Sanjiang Plain, more Gen Zs are gradually taking over the baton from their elder generation. Li Jiaxin, born in 2003, is currently working with his parents in the spring planting rush. Jiaxin, how many area of land does your family own now?
My family now has over 18 hectares of rice field. There are 6 people in my family now, my parents, grandparents, and a twin brother. He can also operate a rice transplanter. I'm very happy to help my mom share some of the burden. This kind of life cannot be experienced in big cities. The rice fields are much beautiful.
Heilongjiang province now boasts a 96% mechanized rate of rice transplanting, doubling the national average of 48%. Where manual crews once required 5 workers per hectare, modern machinery allows 10 operators to manage 30 sectors, which reduce demand for traditional transplanting farmers now.
Now the mechanization of our farm has almost reached 100%. The transplanter can ensure the quality of our transplanting, and the demand for staff is still quite high. While ensuring the quality, their income has increased. The special train for seedlings transplanting plays an important role. It delivers a large number of transplanters to our Sanjiang Plain regardless of the weather, ensuring the smooth progress of spring plowing, setting a good start for our agricultural production throughout the year.
Will you come for work next year?
If my body allows me, I'll come.
If my parents need it, I can come back with my younger brother to help parents share the burden together.
The seedlings they plant will become rice on millions of tables, and this labor migration.
This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
Time now to sit back and relax and enjoy some Yuezhi opera. But let's get backstage to see how this 500-year-old tradition is now hooking Generation Z audiences. This World Heritage art is more than just fancy costumes, but rather a cultural bridge with some serious style.
What would happen if the most passionate and thrilling storyline from a Chinese 3D online game was adapted into traditional Chinese theatre? Fighting for the Great Tang Empire is a groundbreaking new Cantonese opera, breaking the divide between Cantonese opera and online gaming for the first time. In this production, the performers not only preserve the traditional singing and performing arts of Cantonese opera, but also incorporate 3D surround sound, aerial stunts, and stunning stage effects to captivate the audience. The combination provides a fresh and exhilarating audiovisual experience for both gaming enthusiasts and Cantonese opera fans alike. It tells the story from the famous Chinese online game Jianxia Qingyuan 3 about how Li Cheng'en, the commander of Tiance Fortress, united various sects across the land to jointly defend the Tang dynasty from the rebel general An Lushan. This crossover collaboration has brought countless gamers into the theatre, while also giving Cantonese opera, a traditional Chinese theatrical art form, a fresh appeal.
The first performance of Fighting for the Great Tang Empire premiered in January 2015. Back then, I was working at the Guangdong Cantonese Opera Theatre. We started the preparations in 2013. We got the 3 authorizations from the game company, Amazing Seedling Games, and they also provided us with a lot of technical resources. Our whole crew, led by an older lady who was our old director, Miss Qiannan, along with her directing team and our crew from the Guangdong Cantonese Opera Theatre, all worked together on it. We also brought in other members who were interested in the project later on. We all pitched in, tweaking and perfecting it time and again to stage this play. Our aim was to create a piece that young audiences would be willing to pay to watch. We even designed this stage specifically for young audiences who might not know much about Cantonese opera or have never watched it at all.
Peng Qinghua is the creative director of Fighting for the Great Tang Empire. He previously served as the head of the Creative Research Department at the Guangdong Cantonese Opera Theatre. Currently, he leads the Shenzhen Cantonese Opera Troupe, an ensemble that seamlessly passes the torch between generations. Though its members come from different age groups, they share the same passion and dedication. Together, they preserve Cantonese opera, an enduring tradition rooted in southern China. As the largest opera genre in the Cantonese-speaking regions of Guangdong and Guangxi, Cantonese opera has evolved by integrating various local art forms and drawing inspiration from other opera traditions. This inclusive and adaptive nature has made innovation one of the most distinctive characteristics of Cantonese opera. Wen Hui is one of the main performers of the Shenzhen Cantonese Opera Troupe. Her childhood encounter with Cantonese opera sparked her longing for this art form.
I have been with the Shenzhen Cantonese Opera Troupe for 5 years and 14 years in this industry. My specialties include Dao Ma Dan, Hua Dan, and Qing Yi. When I was very young, I actually didn't know what Cantonese opera was. Once I went to watch a play with my mother. When we arrived at the theater, the headpieces and costumes caught my attention. So I fell in love with Cantonese opera at first sight, and I have deeply loved it ever since. Cantonese opera embraces diversity. Its inclusiveness is immense. We also have a saying, wherever there is seawater, there is Cantonese opera.
Lin Haitao is a 5th-generation inheritor of the Southern School of Cantonese Opera Martial Arts. As Cantonese opera evolves, balancing its time-honored traditions with contemporary artistic influences, he offers unique insights into its evolution.
I believe that the development of Cantonese opera should follow a 2-step approach. The first step is to preserve tradition, retaining the essence of our original art form, its rich Southern School martial arts performance style, with its rugged and realistic expressions. Many traditional staging techniques and set routines that distinguish Cantonese opera from other forms must also be preserved. Once we ensure the preservation of tradition, we can then explore and incorporate artistic influences from other genres. There has always been a larger, older audience, but at the same time, a new generation of audiences continue to emerge. Many students and young people who have just completed their education are among the audience. However, audience preferences are different. The older generation prefers traditional opera, while younger audiences tend to like newer adaptations than mixing things like symphonic music or other fresh elements. For instance, Fighting for the Great Tang Empire has attracted a large number of young viewers. What we did was use the new productions to bring young audiences into the theatre, allowing them to get familiar with Cantonese opera. They can gradually develop an appreciation for the more classical aspects of opera. Opera isn't the easiest thing to get into. If you've never seen it before, it can be kinda hard to appreciate. Newly adapted works like Fighting for the Great Tang Empire can be an easier gateway for audiences, and they are more accessible and engaging.
Cantonese is spoken by more than 80 million people worldwide. It bonds the residents of Shenzhen, Zhuhai, Hong Kong, and Macau, as well as the Chinese communities overseas. When Cantonese opera performers take the stage in places like Singapore, facing a full house of eager spectators, they hear in the enthusiastic applause a cultural resonance that transcends time and space.
We often perform overseas, where we get to meet some of the Chinese folks living abroad, especially the older ones. Though their families have been there for generations, they hold tight to the sounds from home, the feelings of where they came from, that ache for the old days. When a show from the homeland comes to town, it's a huge deal for them, a real celebration. Some would drive 3 hours just to catch a 2-hour performance, then turn around and drive 3 more to get back home. This is the pull of traditional culture. The more you are influenced by diverse cultures around you, the stronger you cling to the traditions of our country. That is how it hits me.
As Peng Junhua notes, Cantonese opera is more than an art form. It is a bridge that unites all who cherish Chinese culture. This power of cultural heritage, nurtured by the unwavering dedication and innovation of generations of Cantonese opera artists, is now blossoming with renewed brilliance on the world stage.
From fertile fields to global stages, China's innovation is fueling growth in every sense of the word. Thank you so much for being with us on this edition of Meet China. I'm Lulu, and I can't wait to see you next week.
Economy, innovation, culture, exploration. Discover the vibrant pulse of China's economy and dive into the rich tapestry of its culture. Embark on a journey of exploration with Meet China. Here, your journey begins.
This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.